All right, let's talk about something that's happening all around us, usually right under our noses. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the subtle mechanics of emotional control and how it actually works.
Just let that sink in for a second. It's a pretty chilling thought, right? But this gets right to the heart of what we're exploring. And this isn't some movie plot. It's about the very real, very quiet ways influence is wielded in everyday life.
See, we tend to think of control as, force or threats, that old school intimidation stuff. But that's clumsy. Real, modern manipulation is so much more sophisticated. It's not a shout, it's a whisper. It doesn't use a fist. No, it uses your own feelings against you.
And here it is. This is the big one. This single idea is the foundation for everything we're about to cover. Think about it. If someone can control how you feel, they can basically control what you do, what you think, and what you believe. Emotion is the secret back door to the mind.
Okay, so how do they actually do it? Let's get into the tactics. We're going to start with the most direct method out there, intentionally pushing your buttons. This isn't just random drama. It's a calculated strategy to make you react in a way they can totally predict and, well, manage.
I love this term, the trigger factory. Imagine a manipulator, and they're like a scientist studying you. They're taking notes, figuring out what makes you tick, what makes you explode. They are literally manufacturing emotions inside of you on purpose to serve their own agenda. And yep, these are pretty much the big four. Anger, that makes you reckless. Jealousy, it makes you possessive and easy to steer. Insecurity, well, that makes you super easy to devalue. And that need for approval, that makes you desperate to please them, no matter what it costs you. They know exactly which button to press and when. Now, this is super important to understand. The goal isn't always to hurt you. It's to make you predictable. A manipulator might not even think they're being malicious. In their head, they're just managing the situation. Because when you get all emotional, you stop thinking logically. And people who are blind are really easy to lead. Okay, let's move on to the next tactic, and you'll see how these things build on each other. The silent treatment. A manipulator's silence is never, ever just silence. It's a weapon. It's an active strategy. It's not a lack of communication. It's a very, very loud message designed to create one specific thing: crippling anxiety. And this breaks it down perfectly. Here's how it unfolds. First, they just pull away, go cold. Immediately, your anxiety shoots through the roof. Your brain starts racing, trying to figure out, what did I do wrong? That leads straight to self-blame. And before you know it, you're the one chasing them, trying to get their approval back, trying to fix a problem they literally just invented. This is emotional conditioning 101. All right, so if pushing your buttons is level 1, this next phase, this is where things get really, really dangerous. We're moving beyond just getting a momentary reaction. Now we're talking about fundamentally changing how you see yourself and the entire world around you. This one is brutally effective. The comparison trap. They subtly make you feel like you're almost good enough, but never quite there. They keep you on this psychological treadmill, always running, always trying to earn their validation. But the finish line just keeps moving, so you never, ever feel secure or valued.
I mean, how many of us have heard some version of this? My ex never did that. It's a perfect example, right? It's such a simple, throwaway line, but it's a psychological bomb. It instantly makes you feel inadequate and plants this little seed of doubt that just grows and grows.
And here's another classic. You're just being too sensitive. The words say one thing, but the goal is something else entirely. By telling you your valid emotional reaction is an overreaction, they're basically invalidating you. They're trying to make you question your own sanity. It's a direct attack on your sense of reality. This brings us to maybe the most twisted and destructive tactic of all, the apology loop. This is when they do something to hurt you, but then, through this crazy maze of blame shifting and playing the victim, they rewrite the whole story until, get this, you are apologizing to them for their behavior. And that is the truly terrifying result of the apology loop. You end up defending the very person who is destroying you. It's like being in a prison where you're not just the inmate, you're also helping to build the walls higher. So the big question is always, why do people stay in these situations? Well, this right here explains it perfectly. It's called the hook. Manipulators are absolute masters at managing your hope. Right when you've hit your limit, when you're finally ready to leave, they throw you just enough of a lifeline to keep you there. And this is the cycle that keeps millions of people trapped. You're about to walk away. Then suddenly, for a moment, they become the person you always wanted them to be. Your hope gets a full reset. You think, maybe this time it'll be different. And then the whole toxic cycle starts all over again. Okay, so we've looked at all these tactics, the trigger factories, the apology loops, the whole shebang. So what's the bottom line? What's the real end goal of all this manipulation? Here it is. This is the dark truth. The person who controls your emotions controls your choices. It was never just about making you feel bad or angry for a moment. Every single emotional reaction they provoke is a tool, a lever, to steer your behavior. They don't need to chain you up. They just need to control how you feel. And your choices will do the rest. So naturally, you start asking yourself, am I being manipulated? It's a fair question, and it makes us look at our own relationships. But honestly, there's a much deeper, much more powerful question we should be asking ourselves. And this is it. This is it. The real question that changes everything. Who benefits when you feel what you feel? Next time you feel that sudden spike of anger, or insecurity, or guilt, just stop and ask yourself that. Whose agenda does this feeling actually serve? Is this a real, genuine reaction? Or is it a manufactured emotion designed to help someone else get what they want? Ultimately, awareness is your best weapon. Knowing about these mechanics isn't about becoming paranoid. It's about taking back your own emotional independence. Because when you are in control of your own feelings, you become unpredictable. And to a manipulator, trust me, that makes you very, very dangerous. So stay aware, stay in control, and stay dangerous.